Welcome everyone to the Blood Price of Haggash Hollow. This is a one-shot for the Forbidden Lands role-playing game by Free League Publishing. This is an adventure of my own creation. I made this a month or so ago, thought it sounded like something fun, and figured we would give it a shot. So I'm hoping it proves to be fun for everyone. And let's just jump right in. So let me take us to our map here. Now you have all done less coin flow like blood, correct? Except for no, so we haven't all done that. Okay. Well, we're going to start in the same hometown. So we're in the town of Fairview, and if you went on the journey to Bill Dowd's farm, you might remember kind of what we did. We went to the northwest to go track down a guy named Bill Dowd who owed silver to the local innkeeper. And that was our first time going out of town since the blood mist had lifted. And now that we have a taste for adventure, it's time to see what else is out there. And one day, as we are probably hunting or exploring some of the area, maybe foraging for food in the plains that surround Fairview. We've maybe set up a small camp. Probably someone is skinning a rabbit or something, and the sounds of our camp has attracted someone, and they come through the brush towards us. And I've got a picture of them here. There we go.
Not sus at all.
Not sus at all. And the brush shudders, and this woman stumbles out, nearly collapsing as she catches herself against a tree. Her leg is bound tight with rusty wire. The flesh beneath is angry and torn. When she sees you, relief floods her face, and then terror just as quick. "Oh, thank the gods! You're not stone! You're breathing!" "Oh, don't make sudden noise. It listens for that." And her eyes dart sideways back and forth.
Who listens?
"Oh, you don't want to know." And she lets herself sink to the ground, her eyes still tracing the distant tree line. "We were prospecting. Haggash Hollow, the name of the place. Just iron, we thought. But the veins down there, when you carve into them, they bleed. Red stone, warm like a body, and it whispers." She taps her temple with 2 fingers. "Not madness, words, names, debts. I was there with my Rolf. He's alive, my Rolf, I know he is." And she nods once as if convincing herself. "I heard him after I fell. I heard him calling out, telling me to stay still. That he'd come back for me once the count was right." And her voice drops to a hoarse whisper. "He wouldn't leave me, not unless something made him stay. Please, I am in no shape to do this myself. Go and get my Rolf, and Belka," and she taps her chest. "Belka will forever be grateful."
Is Rolf a person?
Aye, he's my husband.
Okay. Oh.
If you leave him there, he'll just keep counting the count constantly in his mind, and the stone will keep whispering. Give me a roll here, Craig. I'm going to have your cleric Wendelin Worldwalker give me a roll. This is going to be an insight roll. All right, so you did get 2 successes. Do you want to push that to try and get some willpower?
No.
Okay. with the successes, you can tell that she looks like almost like an animal that has been cornered. She's got a very frightened look in her eye, and you don't think she's all there. She's maybe experienced or seen, or something has happened that has kind of forced her personality deep inside, and she's just on a visceral survival mode at this point. Please.
Can you tell us where this Haggash Hollow is? And she'll kind of draw a general map of the area in the dirt.
Belka looks down at the map, and she says, "Oh, aye. You head straight in the direction of the sunset. Over there," and she points, and you can see to the west from where you are, there's some woods just over here. You can see some woods. That forest seems to go on for quite some ways, and off in the distance you can see the very tallest peaks of a small cluster of mountains, 4 or 5 large peaks there. You've seen this before from your village, but this is like a foreign country. To imagine going to that place is such a strange thought that at first there's reluctance, which is born of fear from your growing up, knowing that you could never leave home. But now that you can, maybe you can get there. Maybe you can see what that mountain looks like up close. It's always looked like a few sharp teeth. In fact, in the town of Fairview, a lot of people might call it the Dragon Tooth. There deep in the Arena Forest. You've never had a chance to go there, but that's the direction she's pointing, is towards those mountain peaks. There's a mine, you see, just over there in them hills. Surely you can go. I fear that if we do not, sooner or later, Fairview will be discovering what it owes. Please, bring my Rolf back breathing, or don't come back at all.
Well, that's quite a high order. I have always wanted to go to that forest, though.
I would go with you, but it knows me now. It knows that I fled. If I set foot in that hollow again, I won't come back out. But you're new to it. You're clean. It hasn't learned your names yet.
What exactly is in this mine?
Metal. Strange metal. And Rolf kept saying there was something speaking to him through that metal. It was like rust. And when she says the word rust, that's a word that for people in the Forbidden Lands tends to inspire a little bit of reluctance or even fear. You would know a little bit of the gods of the Forbidden Lands. You probably had been taught that there was a protector god that came across the sea, and this protector god it was a raven that carried a snake, and according to some folks, the snake was the protector god, and the raven simply carried it across the sea to these lands. But to others, the raven was the god that carried the snake. But to even others, known as the Rust Brothers, the raven was made of iron and the snake was made of wood, Rust and his wife Heem. And any mention of Rust tends to make you think of the Rust Brothers, who in modern terms we might think of almost like the Gestapo. Like, these are bad guys that come around. If the Gestapo were highly religious, maybe they meet the Spanish Inquisition and they form a team, and that's the Rust Brothers.
Right.
And when she mentions that the iron, it bled and it looked like rust, right away that gives you some pause. I must warn you, Rolf, he'll likely fight you. He thinks he's keeping the balance. But tell him that the debt's already paid. Tell him I'm alive.
Well, this sounds like a noble purpose. I'm in.
And I'm curious to see what exactly is in this mine as well.
There are a great number of treasures in there. That's what drew us in there. And as we began to dig, we found the veins of ore. And as we began to harvest and smelt it, well, that's when Rolf began counting. And that's when he began to speak of his debts that must be paid. I fear that Rolf is not well.
Yes, well, another chance to venture beyond the confines of this town. I will go as well.
What have you, Orlin?
Well, my lady, you had me at treasure.
Nice. Does anyone have any objections or any concerns or questions for Belka? Well, let's go on a journey. Now, journeying is a key part of Forbidden Lands. Much like in the One Ring, the journey is kind of its own little mini game. Same thing with Forbidden Lands. If you click on the party token, which is that strange design over the town of Fairview, if you open it up, it should show. Oh, I don't have a. I got the wrong characters on here. Sorry. Let me adjust this. Let me drop the right characters on here. Drop Pellic and Gwendolyn. There we go. If you go to the travel tab on party, you'll see there's different jobs that we can do. Anyone can hike. That just means you're traveling with the group. One person needs to lead the way, and they will make a roll to determine if they are able to get us there safely and avoid any mishaps. Someone else can keep watch so that if there happens to be any trouble, that they might see it before we encounter it. We can also choose not to move, and we can forage for roots and vegetables. We can hunt. We can fish if we're near water and we've got fishing equipment. We can also rest. The day is divided into 4 quarters: morning, afternoon, evening, and night. And one of those we have to sleep, otherwise you'll become exhausted. So we can essentially hike for 2 quarters, half the day. And we can cover a certain number of hexes depending on what the terrain is that we're going through. So right now we are in plain terrain and light woods. We can travel 2 hexes. If we get to heavy woods or mountains, then you can only travel 1 hex per quarter day. I'll kind of take care of that. Essentially what we need to do is decide who wants to lead the way and if someone wants to keep watch for this first quarter of the day.
I had Yover pick keep watch.
Perfect.
Gwendolyn will be happy to lead the way. She's really good in wits, and it's probably the only thing she'll be able to do this adventure.
And don't you have I forget what it's called, the talent that gives you a bonus on that? Maybe that was Beulah. Somebody had the talent. Pathfinder. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Perfect. So this you don't need to roll. You have to roll for every hex that you go into, unless it's a hex that you've already been to. So we've already been to the hexes nearby. So I'm going to open up another hex, and let me just get the Fog of War off of here for us. As we travel in the direction, we'll take the plains here, right there. Perfect, and I will need a lead the way roll as we make those 2 hexes of travel. All right, and you got a success. You could push that if you want to try and get more successes. You'll take damage and get willpower, but that's already 2 damage. I don't know if you want to do that.
No, I will break.
Perfect. So no mishaps during the travel. This is easy terrain. This is we're going through the plains. Quite easy here. Now there's a ton of random tables in here. I'm going to roll and see if we encounter anything here. Let's see, journeying. Plains. Let me make a roll. So some of these I have pre-rolled, and I have some set encounters for us, and then some may happen randomly. Alright, let me take a look here. Okay, as you are hiking, let's have whoever's keeping watch give me that keeping watch roll. I think that's like a scouting roll. If you go to the journey tab, kind of above where it had keep watch, there's a button you can push on there, and it should do it for you. Who was keeping watch? Was that
Yolvor?
Yolvor? Okay, I'll just move you up to keep watch. Perfect. Oh, wow, excellent. So you definitely will see this before it comes to any of us. As we're hiking, Yolvor, you can see birds. You can hear them. You can see their black crow bodies flitting through the plains, through the brush. And up ahead, you see the decayed remains of an unfortunate wanderer in front of you. These ravens and other wild animals have already done their part, and the body is just about torn to pieces.
Oh my. Look at that unfortunate soul up ahead. Does it look as... I'm going to try to look around and see if... to make sure there isn't somebody else lying in wait to ambush us as we approach.
Yeah, so with your 3 successes, you'd get a really good look around. Because this does look like, someone's going to come upon this thinking, hey, there's maybe some treasure or something here. And you begin to look around, and it looks clear. You don't see anyone else around. This guy's been dead for a while. You're not sure exactly, how long, but absolutely, this guy has seen better days. Now, his body is basically torn apart, but there are bits of cloth, and you can see a few other belongings kind of covered in brush as his body has been taken apart a little bit. You can get up and actually search the body if you like. I'll let you decide. You come across this first, Eolvor. What would you do?
Yeah, I'd like to inspect it. You never know what you might find.
Yeah. So, as you get close, I need you to give me an endurance roll.
Okay. Oh.
Do you want to push that? You could, if you don't push it, you didn't pass your roll. If you do push it, you're going to take a point of damage because that one skull will count. But then you may get some successes. It's up to you. You'll also get some willpower, but you may not be able to afford to take much damage. I'll let you decide.
Yeah, will that take it off the strength?
Yes, it'll come off of the attribute that the skill comes from.
Right. Yeah, maybe I don't want to do that.
Okay. I'm going to... I'm going to send you...
So I'll just point it out to everybody else in case anybody else wants to investigate.
Okay, you will find something. I'm going to see if I can get a message to you. I'm going to send you a test message. Oh, no, that's not working.
Oh, in Discord or?
No, on Foundry. I'm going to see if I can get it to send
Oh.
this message. It's not going to send. I'll send it to you on Discord. Give me 1 second. Actually, I know what I can do. This will be easier. Let me just make a journal real quick. Sorry, 1 second. Oh, come on. You do find something on his person. It's a simple bronze medallion that has a symbol on it. And this symbol is the universal rune for rust, for that god. Again, that's something that you would likely not want to touch, just because of what it portends.
Right.
If this was a Rust brother or a follower of Rust, likely not the sort of person you want to hang out with. There we go. Okay. And let me configure ownership of this to EOVOR. Okay, if you go to the journals, the journal tab, looks like the open book, you're going to see a journal. You don't need to say what it is, but if you click on it, you'll be able to read it, and it will tell you kind of what happened. And then I'll let you roleplay that however you see fit.
Okay.
And it may take some time for that to happen, but I'll let you decide. But yeah, so you find this body. It has this medallion on it. You warn the others to stay clear. As the others arrive, what do you all do?
Yeah, don't come closer. This is bad.
Gwendolyn will kind of hiss when she sees the symbol of rust, and she will say, he got the wages of rust.
Yeah.
Never trust rust. It's ever waking. Rust never sleeps.
We should just leave this here and keep moving.
Here is the symbol for rust. That's what that looks like. So that takes up your morning. It will now be afternoon. We're at the edge of a forest. We can travel through this forest. It would be 2 more hexes we could do in this quarter day. We can also stop here. We can forage. We can hunt, or we can make camp. What do we choose to do?
So it's still the beginning of the day?
Yeah, yep, still, it's probably, noon time by now, by the time we reach this body.
Let's push on.
Yeah.
I will open up the next section of the map. I will need another lead the way roll. Excellent. Do you want to push that, or are you content with what you got?
I'll go ahead and I'll push.
Okay. Oh, so 2 damage to your wits, but you get 2 willpower, which you can now use to power your spells. And we managed to move the first hex. We can move 1 more hex if we want to continue moving. We can move 2 hexes through this light woods.
Gwendolyn is kind of staggering. Well, actually,
Are you
you
broken?
can't.
Oh, you can't break
you
yourself
can't-
from pushing.
Yeah, you can't break yourself, but she's like holding on to tree trunks and stuff, trying to make her way. And she will say, "It's as if I have no strength left."
Yeah, she does not want to push on. Now, you have essentially knocked out your strength. Again, we talked about having a 2 hit point character. You're at 0 hit points, but you're not broken because you can't break yourself pushing. But yeah, you don't want to continue. You know, maybe there was a slight incline. It's like, oh, this is like the worst day ever. You can make camp here, or someone can try to help you for a physical, strength or agility. It's a healing roll. If it's wits or empathy, I think it's a performance roll to try and heal that. You can all see that Gwendolyn is struggling, and maybe the closer she's getting to those tooth mountains, the more difficult the journey is becoming.
Oh,
good
I
spot
stand
for camp.
corrected. I stand corrected. That was wits damage. I still have 3 left. My apologies.
Oh yeah, should be. So never. She gets her second win. She's like, I'm good. Just had to pause for a moment. Let's push on. You could, from this hex, as you enter into the woods, you come across the shore of a lake. You can see it just down there to the south. You've never been to this lake, but there is a river here, and perhaps you follow the river as the sun continues to set towards the west. And let me open up that hex.
Does there seem to be many animals about in the forest as we've been entering this region, or does it seem desolate of any wildlife?
No, there are definitely animals. You can see a lot of birds. There's a few tracks here and there. If you want to give me a survival roll, you can see what you can see through here. Yeah. So in fact, you see the tracks of an animal, and let me roll a die. It is a fox. You see the tracks of a fox. Now, we have moved as much as we can go in one day without a forced march. So if we want to spend the next quarter day hunting, you could try to hunt down that fox. We can also make camp here if anyone wants to try and forage, or we can fish. We found water. How do we spend the next portion of the journey? Orvin, it looks like you're set under make camp. Do you want to make camp here, Orvin? Or do you want to...
Yeah, I think he'd bring it up. He's not just going to pull packs out, but he's the quartermaster kind of guy. So he would be like the prepared to, keen even.
Yeah.
It seems like we've had a long day.
Well, do you want to make your roll to make camp?
That I will.
Oh yeah. Do you want to push that?
It's kind of cheesy to push right before bed, I guess.
Right.
I'll refrain.
Perfect. So you get the camp made, and you have the quartermaster talent, I believe, which makes this
Yeah, definitely helps.
easier. You find a sheltered and comfortable place to spend the night where everyone can rest up here. Now, this doesn't just mean setting up a tent. This means finding a clear path, maybe setting up clotheslines if you need to hang clothes or wash them. We are close to a source of water, so a good chance to wash out anything that's grimed with sweat. You also get a fire going, get a meal going. How does everyone else spend their time during this quarter day? You can rest. Someone could sleep so they could stay up at night to keep watch. You could hunt, you could forage, you could fish.
Gwendolyn will do some foraging.
Okay. And
And
Stan's
I
going to
believe
hunt.
that's survival.
Yeah. Someone's playing the mouth harp while you're out there. So you find one unit of vegetables. So the way that your resources work, you have a resource die. This will increase your die by 1. If you eat these today, then you can eat it raw. You'll just eat that instead of rolling your resource die. If someone cooks this, then we'll have 1 unit of food, which will increase someone's die by 1 step. We can decide when you get back to camp if you want Orvin to cook that, or if you want to cook it yourself, or you can just have that be your ration for the day and won't need to roll on your resource die. Does anyone else want to forage or hunt?
Stan will follow those tracks.
Perfect. So Stan, if you want to give me a roll, that's going to be a survival roll. So you can you can click on where it says hunting on that travel tab, and it should put up your roll for you and ask you if you have master of the hunt or hunting instincts or anything on there. If you succeed, you find the fox. Ooh, do you want to push that roll?
Sure.
Okay, there will be a hunting mishap. Click on roll mishap. You lose some of your hunting gear or a weapon. Ooh, I get to decide which. Let's see. You lose your... Well, you don't have much here. You lose your torches.
Oh, they were likely almost burned out anyway.
In fact, maybe what happens is they get wet. So as you're tracking this fox, it takes you along the edge of that river, and the tracks end, and you think, well, maybe there's a burrow near the river, and you end up stumbling over a root, and your torches get wet, and these are useless now, and you throw them away. Anyone else want to forage or hunt or fish?
I was thinking since Gwendolyn just foraged, maybe I would fish instead.
Yeah. Now, as long as you are by a river, lake, or ocean, you can fish. Woohoo!
Oh.
Do you want to push that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll take 3 damage to your wits, but you'll get 3 willpower, and you do manage to succeed. There's not a fishing mishap. So with fishing, you got 1 success. You essentially get 1 unit of food, and you can eat it raw as long as you eat it today, or you can take it back to camp and cook it.
Yeah, I would take it back to the camp.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm quite the chef. I can't forage or hunt, but I can cook.
But you can cook?
I can
Perfect.
cook. I do have the chef ability, talent.
Nice. So what the nice thing with the chef ability is, because otherwise the food gets wasted. But as long as you have the ability, you can turn those units into food. So we have a fire. We've got a quarter day. You'll be able to make a nice fish stew using the fish and those roots. That will make 2 units of food. So I need everyone to make a resource roll. So on your character sheet, you will see, I think it's with your gear at the bottom. And if you roll a 1 or 2, your resource goes down by 1.
Oh, God. Well, Orvin's out of food. He's been greedy with his rations.
Well, the good news, we got 2 extra food, so you'll be able to preserve yours. Stan has lots of food. Nice. So, Orvin, your food's going to go down by 1. So if you want to use one of those units of food, you can restock that. And then someone else can move their resource die. They can increase the size if it's a D6 up to a D8 or a D8 to a D10 and vice versa. Who wants to take the other ration of food?
Wendell's pretty set, so if anybody else wants it.
I'm at D8. Is there anybody lower?
Anyone have D6 in food?
That would be Orphan, but he took one, so
Take another one.
Yeah,
so
go to
we're all.
D8. There we go.
Yeah.
And now we got to do water. Now we do have water nearby, so actually, if anyone wants to, you can refill your water up to D12 because we have a source of water, so you don't need to roll for it. We have a river and a lake right there, so everyone can increase your water up to D12. We are now at the night begins to fall. And again, this is your first night that you've ever spent outside of home in the wild. You've probably spent a night out, maybe at Bill Dowd's house if you've done the Less Coin Flow Like Blood. But this is your first time really being out under the stars. And as you sleep, you just look up at those stars, and they look different here than they did at home. You know they're the same stars. You've learned these constellations to help you tell the seasons and time for planting and hunting, but it makes you feel very powerful to be out here doing something that your father or your grandfather could only dream of doing. Does anyone keep watch?
I think Orvin probably would, because he made camp. He's not really got anything else to do. He's not weak or he hasn't lost any stat.
Yeah. Just give me a roll for keeping watch, a survival roll. Sorry, not a survival.
Scouting, right?
Scouting,
Yeah.
Yep, scouting roll. Nice. Do you want to push that?
No, I'll take it.
Okay. The evening goes very quietly. Your only visitor to the camp is a curious owl, and the owl alights on a tree nearby and just watches you curiously. It's never seen people out here in its forest, and it's not sure if you're friend or foe or what you are, but it just seems to observe you for some time before finally disappearing with a quiet rush of feathers and wind deeper into the forest. When dawn comes, everyone can recover any damage that they've taken to their characters, and you'll be back up to full health, but your willpower will remain if you've gained willpower. And we can start the next leg of the trek. You can see up ahead is a dark patch of forest, and this patch of forest is imposing. We're only going to be able to travel 1 hex through dark woods. We will need a lead the way roll for that.
Ooh, I'm definitely going to push it.
Yeah. Nice. So only 1 damage, but you get a willpower there. Who is keeping watch?
It's still me. I can do it. Oh, I guess we gotta drag myself there.
Ooh.
Oh.
Do
Oh,
you
I
want to
gotta-
push that? You'll take 2
Yeah.
damage.
I'll push it. There we go.
Okay, you got 2 success. You'll take 2 damage to your wits, but you'll also get 2 willpower. Let me describe what you find. I'm going to take us to another page here. So in the woods, as you cross the forest, you notice that the leaves a few meters ahead seem to float without feeling any gust of wind. It seems as if the passing of someone or something is lifting them up, even though you can't see what it is. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice that this is happening from several directions around you, and that the trail of shaking leaves and bushes is approaching where you are. It seems as though something is approaching you. You can't see anything, you can't smell anything, you can just hear the rustle of the brush. What do you do?
Call out, is somebody there?
As you call out, you see... Let me get a picture. You see a spectral form that approaches. There are two of them. Let me pull them onto the map here. These are likely very, very old spirits. They look at you and say, "Who trespasses through our woods?"
Wait, would I know any lore or anything about these spirits? Would I recognize them?
Ooh, give me a roll for that. That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Lore roll?
Yep, give me a lore roll, please. Nice. Do you want to push that, by the way, to try and get more successes?
No.
Okay. You know that the first folk who came to this part of the world, it was said that they were, they came here, the raven and the snake and all that, and that the first folk here were troubled by fell creatures and fell beings, and it was said that that the humankind, when they made landfall, there was a lot of wonder at the time. They had beheld a fertile land, but it had already been inhabited by elves and dwarves that were living in peace, and that as the humans began to explore, they laid down roads and farmed the soil. There was a lot of untouched land for everyone. But then there began to be troubles, and there were hostages taken. These hostages were sent among the elves of the Ravenland, and they actually interbred. But this was, thousands, perhaps a 1,000 years ago or more. These folk look like a mix between elf and human, and you get a sense of, could this be, if they say this is their forest, could this have been some of the first folk to settle this part of the woods? And that's the inkling that you get with your lore roll. These are first men.
Okay. And I guess I'll say something like, we know this is your land. Is this... may we just pass?
You may pass if you tell us. Tell us a story. Tell us something of better times. We have not had visitors in this part of the forest for many years. Tell us of your home.
And I will, as a minstrel, take out my lute and start weaving them a tale of our homeland and kind of in a song.
Awesome.
Spoken song, just telling them how, we got there and how wonderful it was to keep us warm and safe.
Perfect. Give me a performance roll. Oh, that's a lot of dice. Oh, and you got one success. Do you want to push that to try and get more successes or potentially get some willpower? I will stop asking if you want to push it here soon. I'm just giving everyone a chance to maybe get a little willpower.
I'll push it.
You're for sure going to succeed, but do you get more successes? Well, you get a couple of damage, 2 to your empathy, but you'll get 2 willpower, and you get an additional success. So as you tell them this story, you see tears forming in their eyes, and they're silent for some time after the last notes of your song echo through the woods. And they look down at you and approach you quietly, and they say, "That was a marvelous verse. You come from good people, as did we. Tell me, how may we guide you?"
And I will tell them that we're looking for an area with the red rocks.
The red rocks. Why would you want to go there?
There's a very ill man who's we need to reunite him with his wife back in our village.
When the raven came over with the snake, the raven landed on the rocks here in my forest. And the raven had a wound upon its leg. It bled into those rocks. There is a place there called Haggash Hollow. And Haggash Hollow is the place you seek. I must warn you now. Turn back unless you are certain. This man may already be lost. But if you insist, I will help you.
I must insist. We have to help him. We've come too far at this point. We have to try.
Follow the path before you. And this person holds their arm out to the side. And you see the brush begin to part as though invisible hands opened it up, and you can see a well-worn animal path leading into the forest. You would have missed it had you been just heading, by Kentucky windage in the direction you wanted to go, but this diverted path is before you. You are friends of Arena now. This is my forest. In fact, forevermore, this forest will be known as the Arena Forest. It's Arina. And it says as much on the map. You can see the EST from where it says Arena Forest, but that's where the forest gets its name. No one else knew this, but now you have this knowledge. And this path is now open to you. And those spirits of Arena and her companion disappear as the path opens. And you're just left in that hollow of the woods.
Thank you.
And there is no answer.
Well, most magnificently done, minstrel.
Continue on. Are you going to take this path, or do you want to go in the direction that you were headed?
I think we should take the path.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Let's do another lead the way roll.
Does anybody else want to lead the way?
I'm not very good at leading the way.
What? Please do, because I don't want to do it. I was just curious what die it is.
I think it's survival.
Yeah, survival.
Okay. Yeah, actually,
yes,
Orvin's pretty good at that. But
I don't know the woods very well. You're welcome to it.
Okay.
Druid makes sense.
Oh, and you succeed. You find your way along this path. Who is keeping watch? Is anyone? And
Does anyone else want to?
no one has to, but if you want to, it just helps you avoid potential danger before it finds you.
Could two people keep watch at the same time?
So, well, only one can keep watch, but someone else... actually, I don't think they can help. So normally you can help others. It gives them a bonus die. Up to 3 people can help someone else. I think only one person... Let me just double check. It just says designate one adventurer to keep the watch. I don't think you can get help on keep the watch. I think only one can do it. But some other things like hunting and or foraging, like many people can help. Hunting, you tend to go off in different directions.
Well, I'm not great at it, so Yovor, you're welcome to continue to keep
Yeah,
watch.
I'm wounded in my wits now too, though. So,
What is your total? Because Orvin, if you don't want to, Orvin's happy to. But if you want to, please feel free.
I'd be down to 3 dice now because my wits are wounded.
I think I've
Instead of
got
5.
5. Yeah.
Do we get any bonus if I spend the whole trip singing, weaving a tune of Arena, thanking?
Yes, in fact, if you want to make a performance roll,
Okay.
every success you get, someone can... so one person can recover either wits or empathy, 1 point of it. They seem to enjoy your song that much. Unless you want to push it. Try and get more successes.
I'll keep the 1 success.
Okay. Who wants to recover a point of wit or empathy? Anyone in dire need?
Eivor, right?
Yes, I'm missing 1.
So Eilvor's missing 2, I think.
Oh, and
Yeah.
empathy. Oh, yeah, take it.
Okay, yeah, I did. And then I'll do the watch then.
Perfect.
Come on. Oh,
Do you want to push that?
yeah, I'll push it.
Well, you just took 2 damage to your
Yeah.
and you didn't succeed anyway. So
Nope.
that's okay. What happens is you all come across this at the same time. Let me post a picture.
My willpower is maxed out now though.
Awesome. Start using it. Find things to do with that willpower. Among the grass and bushes of the forest is a sword stuck in the ground. Like the legends you have heard all your lives, this sword appears to be of excellent quality and as old as the Forbidden Lands themselves. There is writing on here written in Elvish. Do we have a half-elf? I don't think we have a full elf.
Orvin's half. I think we've got 3 half elves or 2.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, Yolvor.
Yovor's a full elf. He's a half. Okay. Yeah, I guess elves are pretty rare.
So looking at this, they're very, very worn. But if one of the half-elves wants to make a lore roll, normally there's a -1 to this, but because you speak the Elvish language, I'm going to get rid of that. It would be just a straight lore roll. And if you both want to work together, one person can roll it with a +1 as the other person or people are helping.
Actually, everything here in my bio makes it read as if I'm a full elf.
Yeah, Eivor is a full elf. I remember playing him
Okay.
in one of the adventures we did.
So
Okay.
then, Eilvor, you can get a -1 regardless on a lore
Okay.
roll. And if any of the half-elves want to help you, I think we've got 2 other half-elves. They can...
Orvin
each-
is, he's very keen. He's curious about this.
So Orvin could give you a bonus die on that roll. So then when you go to roll it, it will ask you if you have any bonus die, and you put 2 there, 1 because you're a full elf and 1 with Orvin's help, to see if you can read this or what you can determine from this sword.
Well, Stan's not a half elf, but it looks like it's a sword. Perhaps that will help you.
Very good.
I'm not-
Very good.
Not seeing where it's asking for bonus.
Under
I mean,
modifier.
Yeah, under modifier, just put 2.
Okay. Cool.
Nice.
Nice. You got a success. No damage to you unless you want to push it, but you don't have to. The writing on there, it says Bane of Demons. And the hilt has a dwarven rune. We don't have any dwarves with us. You don't know what that rune says, but it's kind of curious to have something made by both elves and dwarves. This must be very old. And Stan, why don't you give me a crafting roll as you check the quality of this sword? Is this in good shape or not?
What is this doing just in the middle of the field
woods.
like this? Yeah.
Do you want to push that, Stan?
Oh, sure.
Oh, no, but you take 3 damage to your strength. Well, you got some willpower now.
Oh, it's definitely a sword.
In fact, you cut yourself on it. It's so sharp. It doesn't look sharp. It shouldn't be sharp, but it is razor sharp. And
Maybe Stan's a demon.
right? This sword is a one-handed sword. I'm going to drop it into chat. If someone wants to take it, they can.
Yeah, the blade's still sharp. Definitely be careful.
Stan, do you pull the blade out?
Gwendolyn doesn't even think she'd be able to lift that thing.
Oh, sure. I suppose I would have to get a good feel for the weapon.
Now, as you reach out to touch it, you see that it's not here by itself. You can see bits of armor, rusted, just beneath the grass, and maybe a fragment of bone. And you pause as you see this.
Well, it appears whoever was the owner of this fine sword perished alongside it.
Do you pull the sword out?
I will look back to the elves and question them. Is there any reason not to?
Well, it may well be a memorial, but this elf is long gone.
Very well. In light of inspecting it, I will pull it out.
As you draw the blade out, it comes out easily from the ground. But as you do, the bones begin to twitch and writhe, and pieces of armor begin to slowly move towards those bones as you hold the sword in your hand. And in a matter of moments, you see a spectral warrior in front of you.
I have a bad feeling.
Give me an insight roll, Stan. Oh, wow. You got it. Had you failed that, you know that you would have been frozen with, I don't know if it's fear or awe, but with that insight, you know this must be the owner of that sword. And as they pull themselves up to a full height, they're slightly taller than you, and they say, "That is my sword."
Oh, yes. My apologies, but I simply wish to admire the fine weapon. I didn't mean to rob you. I meant to help you.
You sound like a wizard. My name is lost to me, but I was a red runner. I disliked your kind. But you are not the same as those who came before you. Tell me why you deserve to possess my sword.
Well, I've not accomplished many heroics in my time, but when I have gone to explore the wild lands that have gone unexplored for many a centuries, I have done my best to go about it in a noble fashion and to help those in need.
And this Death Knight steps forward and places a bony hand on your shoulder. Are you telling the truth, Stan? Or are you embellishing?
No, I think that Stan is being mostly truthful. He did his best to help the old woman, or I can't remember if she was an old woman at the farmhouse. And right now he's also helping another old woman go and find her husband.
The Death
Could
Knight. Yes, go ahead.
Could I help out Stan by weaving a song of the bravery of Stan
Ooh.
for helping?
Yes, give me a performance roll. Nice. So the red dice are your skill dice, the white die are your attribute dice. So it wasn't your empathy or your wits, it was your actual skill and performance. So it wasn't this Death Knight was not awed by your words, but by your prowess, by the music and the way that you weaved those things together. The Death Knight looks at Pelek and then looks back at Stan and says, "Stan Argeldos, strike me down and the sword is yours."
Oh, very well, if that is what you wish.
Stan, let's add the sword to your gear if you want to drag it from the chat bar onto your character sheet. And I'm going to put it up into your equipment. Okay, if you go to your combat tab and click on the Red Runner's old sword, make a roll. If you succeed, you will hit the knight. So now you see you just rolled a green die. That's an artifact die. This is no mere regular sword. This is an artifact. It has a +3 bonus, 2 weapon damage, and the artifact die. Against demons, the damage increases to 4. So this can do a lot of damage against demons. Had this been any ordinary foe, it would have dealt 5 points of damage. But as you swing the Red Runner's sword through this Death Knight, their body clatters into bones and bits of armor as they crumble down into nothing.
Well, Stan will reverently take the sword and sheath it at his side, and then I think as he turns away, you can see him relax a little bit, and he will kind of draw his cloak in front of him so you can't see the wet spot running down his leg.
And one thing with that roll, again, just the mechanics of the game, your strength did not give you success. It was your skill with the sword. You got 1 success, but you got 3 successes from that sword. 1 was the gear bonus of the sword, but 2 was because of the artifact nature. So this sword feels magical in your hands. You know that swing was easy in your hand and in your arm. And you've maybe only heard stories of things like magic swords or the such, but surely this must be one of those. And that sense of awe and fear begins to take hold as you pull your cloak closer so that none can see you urinate here in the woods.
Yes, well, that was most unusual, yet most magnificent of encounters, I would say.
Well, it was well done. The Red Runner elves, by all accounts, were cowards. I hope you will give that blade a good legacy.
Oh, certainly, yes.
Dan, are you leaking?
Oh, I think that perhaps when I sheathed the sword, I must have punctured my water skin. My apologies.
Oh, okay. Your water smells like piss.
Now we can travel 1 more hex. In fact, up ahead you can see those mountains looming nearby. 1 more hex will be the amount that we can travel for the day, but that's going to get us right to where we need to go. In fact, let me make sure this is visible. Haggash Hollow. Ooh. Do we? Yeah, there we go. Ooh. Okay. Let's roll a mishap on that.
That was Less than stellar.
Less than ideal. Let's see. We've got a lead the way mishap roll. It's going to be 2d6, and the first digit will count, and then the second digit will count. So this is like an 11 through 66 will be the answer. So, Gwendolyn, if you want to roll 2d6, please. You got a 4 and a 5. 45. A massive rainfall catches you unawares, and you must seek shelter until the storm has passed, and you won't make any progress on the map during this quarter day. So you don't reach Haggash Hollow that day. You have to spend a night in the forest as the rainfall begins to descend, this downpour. It's right up ahead of you. You can see it up there, but it's just out of reach. We will need to make camp here. Does Orvin want to make camp again?
Yeah, I think he kind of grumbles. I've made camp in better conditions, certainly. Where the hell are we? But he's like getting set to it, finding a good spot.
Go ahead and give me that roll.
Or trying to.
Do you want to push that?
I will push that.
Wow. Roll mishap. Oh, bad campsite. Very uncomfortable. No one. Oh, shoot. No one gets any sleep. Now we still have time because it's evening right now. It's not night, but I think with the rain, there's no good terrain. It's very rocky. It's muddy. There's puddles, and you struggle to find a spot. We could stay here, guys. I don't know how good it's going to be. The problem is no one's going to get any sleep, or you can continue to try to make camp somewhere else, but it will mean that one of you, probably Orvin, does not sleep that night.
I think, obviously, good camp is better than no sleep, so...
Yeah.
Although his role is going to be slightly worse now, Orvin would recommend we should try to find a better spot. It's going to be near impossible in this weather, but you need sleep before we have a big day tomorrow.
So if everyone doesn't sleep, you'll take the sleepy condition, which means you cannot recover wits except through magic. If your wits are broken while you're sleepy, you must sleep for at least a quarter day to get back up. You'll also suffer a point of damage to your wits each day. If this breaks your wits, then you collapse and sleep. So if you can make a good camp here at night, that would let everyone but Orvin have a chance of sleeping. So then Orvin, you would take the sleepy condition if you want to try to do that.
Is this something that we could help with to give a bonus?
I believe you can get help making camp. I think it's just lead the way and keep watch that you cannot. And I know that with making camp, if you have the quartermaster, you can do that as well. Let me just double check that. Make camp. Nope, only one person wants to make camp, but others can help. Yes.
So I've got a small tent, which actually gives you a +2 bonus to making camp during journeys, which I didn't realize.
Let's.
I could add a.
Yeah, roll 2 dice. Did it not give you that option when you clicked on
I figured it's kind of weird that having a small tent helps you make camp for everybody. I thought that was kind of weird, but I didn't read it. I just read it, and it's just a flat +2.
I wonder. That did it. So if it's in your gear... Oh yeah, so I think it's because it's in your backpack. So I think if you move it to equipped, I think then when you go to do that, it will prompt you, do you have a small tent? Like if you go to do another survival roll, does it have like a
yeah, it's right up there with quartermaster.
Oh, perfect, perfect, yeah. Excellent. So never mind, we do get a camp made. Everyone can sleep, but while Orvin is making camp, does anyone want to hunt here in the arena forest? Or forage?
Yeah, I was going to forage.
I can help.
Oh.
Do you want to push that?
Sure.
Ooh.
Nope.
Gwendolyn will do some foraging.
Okay.
There we go.
Nice.
Hey, sweet potatoes.
So, yep, Gwendolyn
Nice.
finds one batch of sweet potatoes. I'm going to roll a d6 to see what the forage mishap. Actually, I'll just roll on the table. Leeches. Oh, blood-sucking leeches bite into your flesh, and Eolvor, you will suffer 1 point of damage to strength. These can be removed by making a healing roll. If you fail the roll, you suffer another point of damage, but manage to get them off. So let's take Eolvor and take a damage to strength. And if you want to make a healing roll, you can try and get those off. Otherwise, you'll take another point of damage, but then you get them off.
Oh.
Oof. Do you want to push it? You'll take a point regardless if you push.
No, because then I'll just take the other damage and get them off.
Perfect.
I'm already full on willpower anyway, so.
Perfect. Anyone else want to hunt? All right, Gwendolyn, you come back with some sweet potatoes that you found. Everyone will need to eat, so you can roll on your resources. If we cook those potatoes, that's one resource die someone can restock, and we'll need to roll for water as well. So Orvin was hungry. Orvin rolled twice. Oh, Stan, your food will get lowered. Pellic, your food gets lowered as well. So Stan's food and Pellic's food gets lowered, but we have made one unit of food that someone can apply. So either Stan or Pellic, you won't need to reduce yours, but the other person will. Who wants to take the sweet potatoes that are cooked?
Mine will go to 0.
Ooh,
so
yeah, and I think Stan's was higher, so I think you better take that. So Stan, you'll reduce your die by 1 level.
I think it automatically did it. I was at D12, and it says I'm at a D10 now, so I think it did it automatically.
Yeah, it does do it automatically, yep.
Perfect. All right, and we've got food, we've got water. We can sleep. Does someone keep watch?
Orvin's taking wits damage, so he's probably kind of keen to sleep, but he's pretty good at keeping watch if nobody else can.
Gwendolyn will rest to repair her wits.
Yeah.
And take second or third watch.
Let me roll a die here. Okay. During the watch, it is very quiet and still. Your area where you had camped, it's almost as though nothing seems to approach. No insects, no birds, no nocturnal creatures, no squirrels, nothing seems to approach, as though you are completely sheltered from everything outside. But everyone that sleeps can recover all of your stats. And then as dawn breaks, we can try again to reach Haggash Hollow. That will be another lead the way roll.
Come on, don't mess this up.
Oh, excellent. And is someone keeping watch? They can make a keep watch roll. Excellent.
There we go.
Nice.
Well, let me move us onto Haggash Hollow. Come on. There we go. All right. Grab my notes. As you begin to reach the foothills of this mountain range, the rocks are very sharp, and there's a lot of of thorny brush. You come across a mine entrance. This must be the place. You can see the thick thorny brush. The entrance, it's a tunnel marked by rust-colored symbols. It looks to be dried blood that you see here.
Look, it appears to be dry blood.
Well, a significant amount.
Precisely.
Is there anything I recognize about these symbols?
Yeah, give me a lore roll. Very crudely drawn symbols of Rust and Heme. The god Rust and his wife Heme.
Gwendolyn will hiss at them.
Yeah, Orvin spits and looks at the minstrel and says, "Well, your ghost friends were correct. This is a bad place to be."
Raven, protect us.
And this doesn't look like a naturally occurring cave. It's quite circular, almost like something burrowed in here. Through sheer rock.
Well, I would normally offer to enter first, but alas, my torches were ruined while I was hunting. Perhaps someone else should enter first.
How fortuitous.
Well, I have no torches, but maybe someone scouting ahead in the darkness might be a good idea.
Let me just grab some tokens. I'll just put them on the map here, so we've got them. As you prepare to head in here, you strike flint to steel, get some torches lit, and as you're doing this, let me have Stan give me a scouting roll.
Whoa!
Oh wow! Okay,
Thanks.
you see. I mean, there's blood either going in or out of this place, and as you're looking at it, it doesn't look like blood from battle, like someone was slashed here and bled out. It almost looks like runoff, like rainwater. But you see footprints, and they're small shoe prints, probably Belka. They're going from the cave outwards. There's no footprints leading in to the cave that you can see, at least not in the blood or in the immediate area. And you check thoroughly. You know, is there a beast that lives in here? You see no tracks or signs of that. Simply Belka's footprints coming out of this cave.
Well, yes, it appears that Belka was telling the truth, and she did come from here. Perhaps if we follow her tracks, we might find her husband in there.
Well, I would like a little more intelligence as to what's really happening here. Do we have time for me to maybe enact a short ritual? I know a ritual called Voice of the Mountain, which will allow me to speak to the mountain and maybe find out some more information about what has actually happened at this location.
That is an excellent idea. It will take a quarter day. It's morning as we arrive, so it would be afternoon by the time we go, pushing towards evening by the time we go into the cave. But to be forewarned is to be forearmed. Does anyone object to this?
No, that is a fantastic idea.
All right. Using magic is very dangerous in Forbidden Lands, but it's also very, very powerful. So when you cast a spell, it will automatically succeed. Every spell will succeed, but there's a chance every time you cast that a mishap or something bad could happen. When you go to roll this, you have a couple options when you cast. So you've got your power level is based on how many willpower points you spend when you cast a spell. So, and you've got a lot of willpower, so you can do 1, 2, whatever you want. This power level is what the information will be. So with this one, you can see at power level 1, it will tell you events over the last day. Power level 2 is the last year, and power level 3 is even further back in time. Also, in the area right now, power level 1 tells you short range, power level 2 tells you long range, power level 3 is anything within the hex, so anything here. When you go to cast that, you'll roll the dice, and you'll roll a number of dice equal to the number of willpower points that you spend. If you don't roll any successes or failures, the spell goes off just fine. If you roll any successes, it's overcharged, and it increases the power level. So let's say you spent 2 willpower to try and cast at power level 2, but you get a success, it's automatically upcharged to power level 3. If you roll a skull, there's a mishap. And you can't push your casting roll. Once you roll it, that's what you get. And the mishap table, it can be pretty deadly, but can also be very benign as well. You never know what you're going to get. You have an option to do safe casting, where you can cast it at a lower rank, but I think you only have rank 1, so I don't think you can cast it lower than that. So when you go to cast it, it's going to ask you power level, like how many points you want to pump into it. So if you go to your talent and you click on Voice of the Mountain, it will pull up how many willpower points you want to spend, and so you will select. I think you right click. Yeah, you right click for how many points you want to pump into it. If you want to pump extra, and then you are you are not a half elf. You're an elf, so you don't have the psychic power. So half elves get to automatically overcharge, like get an extra one on there. You can do, I think, is it chance casting? Is where like you try to cast it at a higher rank than what you have. I don't think we need to do that. So I think you're just going to decide the willpower and then click roll, and this will be your ritual if you want to do this.
Yeah, I'm thinking power level 2 seems like all we need.
Yeah, I would agree.
Then the question is, the mountain can answer only simple questions, so what do you guys think I should ask? That's always the trick with things like this, is how
like
exactly to word it. Yeah.
Like, he didn't put a comma there, so...
Right.
Could ask it what dangers lurk inside.
Right. What's inside?
Maybe a little too broad. It might just say there's sharp rocks or something.
Right. What creatures or
Yes, well, something. This hole is not natural. Perhaps you could ask what made it, although that, again, could be useless.
Right. What dangerous creatures or something like that. Or what's the guy's name? Rolf. Ask about him. Ask if there are actually Rust Brothers in there. Anything else?
I think
ask if there are demons in there. Might be good. Sorry, what was that?
I think that pretty much covers it.
Okay.
Can't think anything else.
Okay. Then I guess I will cast it. Oh no.
Oh, click on the mishap table.
Bye, guys.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So you guys have, maybe you've seen Eolvor cast spells, you don't know, but this is pretty impressive, and I'm going to increase your reputation by 1. as you cast this spell. And we will get to the answer after the break. Let's take about an 8-minute break, and then we'll find out what the mountain has to say. And I will be back. See you in 8 minutes.
sword. I'm headed to the mountains to rescue the princess from the evil goblin. I ignore all the signs of impending danger because I'm a fighter and not some crappy ranger. 47 hit points and a high dexterity, 17 for strength. Kobolds are afraid of me, crafted from numbers on living paper. I escape from the mundane to a medieval caper. While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice and my fate is unspoken. I locate the lair, but it doesn't make much sense to me. I think that the DM might be out to get me. A hero in armor and truth, bards tell my legacy. The flame of my torch illuminates the enemy. I win in a battle, hewing foes asunder. Deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder. The bodies pile up before me, the corpses I plunder. The deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a medieval caper. And while in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice and my fate is unspoken. I drink my last potion. I charge through the open gate. The flame of the dragon tried to seal my awful fate. With a handful of dice, 5 times I roll 20. The dragon goes down. The DM will bloody. I leave with the princess chock full of gold. We head to the tavern where my mighty tale unfolds. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a naval caper. While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice and my fate is unspoken. The king honored me with a mighty crossbow. It's blessed by the elves, he said. I thank him and I go. The life of a hero, struggling to stay alive. It's worth all the hardship though, 'cause now I'm a level 5. Level 5.
All right, I am back. Go ahead and sound off when you're here, and once everyone's here, we will get started.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
I'm back.
Hello.
I'm back.
You're back. Do we have Craig and Henrik? Once Craig and Henrik get here, we will pick it up with the ritual. And I'll let you formulate your questions, and let me just double check and see what the power of that's going to be. So power level 2. So that is 1 year back in time and within a long range. So not everything within the hex, but within long is, so short range is like, you know, in the same area. Like I could hit you with a sling or something. A long range is like a long bow, like you're, you know, several, you know, maybe 100 feet or so away. So you can actually ask questions about kind of deeper into the whole, but also 1 year back in time as far as what happened. And Henrik, looks like you unmuted. I assume you're back with us.
Yeah, I'm back.
Perfect. And Craig, are you here? Craig is getting himself a drink. What do we think Craig is drinking? I think he's got I want to say a tab, because I bet Craig would drink tab. I don't think you can find tab anymore. I think Craig is getting a Diet Pepsi. Any other guesses for what Craig is drinking?
Diet Pepsi sounds right.
I think Craig's a Diet Pepsi guy. Whether or not there's, you know, rum in there, we'll find out. But I think he's a Diet Pepsi guy. We'll see. Although it is kind of late, he may not want caffeine this late at night. So maybe he's got. Maybe he's well. No, I think it's a Diet Pepsi. That's what I'm going with. Craig, are you back with us yet? He is not. We'll give him just another minute, and then we'll start talking ritual until Craig gets back. This takes a quarter day. Takes several hours to do this ritual. Maybe you can describe for us the process of casting this spell. Give us some flavor. Oh, it looks like Craig is back.
Yes, I
Excellent.
apologize.
Craig, we are wondering, what are you drinking? Do you have a drink of choice right now that you have before you?
Water.
Oh, I thought Diet Pepsi. I was going to go water because it's late, but darn it. Well, that's just disappointing. So, take 2 damage, Craig. No, I'm teasing. Eolvar, describe for us this ritual. How do you do this? It takes several hours. What happens?
Yeah, I arrange a little circle at the base of the mountain and light some fires with some various incenses. And I sit within the center of the circle and play on this flute, this special tune that's specific to the ritual. And this sort of calls to the mountain.
The mountain answers with a groaning of stones. What do you ask?
Oh, great and mighty mountain, thanks for hearing my call. We're looking for a man named Rolf. Is he deep within the mountain? Is he hard to get to?
The answer that comes to you, as though the clatter of stones cascading down the side of a mountain, is yes and no. He is within, and it is not hard to reach him.
Okay. Are there dangerous creatures near him, around him?
No.
Are there demons anywhere within this mountain?
Yes.
What were the other questions? Were there more?
I think that was it.
The mountain begins to grow quiet and still, and your incense burns out. Is this the
Thank
first time that you have spoken with the voice of the mountain? Is this Eolvar's first time using this spell?
Yes.
And you gained reputation, so everyone around you is incredibly impressed with what you have done. And you get a sense that even Arena, the spirit in the woods, has witnessed this and knows that they made the right choice. They sent the right people here to get Rolf. All that is left now is to go inside the cave of Haggash Hollow.
So it's a good thing we found that sword, because according to the mountain, there is a demon somewhere within.
Who goes first?
I think Orvin, probably, if nobody else immediately steps forward.
Orvin, the entrance to the mine is a wide, echoing chamber. And you can hear the dripping sounds of water. You can hear the sounds of liquid trickling down the walls, and through your torchlight you see it's this red, it looks like blood, this red runoff, maybe with metallic infiltrates or something in there, but it definitely seems very, very frightening. And you come across a narrow bridge of rotted planks that cross a 20-foot pit. These boards seem to be soaked through with this runoff. They are waterlogged with this red, bloody material. You can make a crafting roll if you want to see if you think these boards will support your weight. But otherwise, if you don't want to go across this board, or these boards, you need to find an alternate way across this 20-foot wide pit.
I think Orvin would. He's carefully test it.
Yeah, so with a success, you know that if you're not careful, these could yield under your weight. It would be wise to go one at a time, and you will have to make a roll. It's a move roll to get across without triggering one of these boards to collapse.
Ooh. Well, if everybody's not far behind, I think Orvin would say this and say, it will take some agility. I don't know if we're all going to be able to make it, but definitely one at a time.
Does anyone have a rope?
I do.
Might be a good idea.
It's only 10 meters, but
It'll be plenty of length.
okay.
The
Yeah, so we
dangerous
can-
part is the first person to cross with the rope.
Right.
Right. Well, Orvin's got 5 move, which is like middle of the road. Pretty good. Not amazing, but I think he's willing to go first.
And with
Better
the
than-
rope, give yourself 1 bonus die for the gear of that rope.
Thank you, Eovlor.
Yeah. I only have 1 move.
Well, I mean, I have 1 move, but I'm 4 agility. I was counting
right, right.
agility.
Look at him skip across there.
He's a very lithe fighter, warrior guy. He's an elf. He's a very skinny boy.
You get across with the rope. Maybe it's tied around you. When you reach the other side, you can see there's evidence. It looks like perhaps there was some sort of pulley system here. There's rotted timbers and looks like some wooden pulleys that have been in disuse for some time, but perhaps when this was a working mine, this was used to either raise things up from that shaft beneath you or to carry things across this if that collapsed at some point. But it would need some repair work to get that functioning. One thing that is missing from that is any sort of rope that has long rotted away, but you have rope now. But there's a chance you could reassemble a makeshift pulley to help the others get across. Or you can just trust in their agility.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the rope across, so it might be able to just, like, use that to help get
Yeah,
across, but
still
if you
give
could do the
everyone-
pulley...
Give everyone
Yeah.
1 bonus die.
Orvin is not great at crafting. I'm worried he's just going to break the rope or something.
Throw some more rope. Well, who wants to go next?
Gwendolyn will go. It's got to happen sometime.
And add a +1 modifier. You made it. Easily. Light on your feet. Easily make it across. Do you peer down into the shaft as you're crossing?
No, she doesn't like heights. She's looking straight ahead.
Perfect. Who goes next?
I can go.
Give me a
My
roll.
move isn't great.
Add 1 to it. Ooh,
Nice.
got it. Excellent. You also managed to get across. It's a little tough going. In fact, you step on one of the boards and it collapses beneath your feet, but you quickly shuffle to the next board ahead of you. We need to get Stan and Eolvor across.
I can go next.
Give me a move roll. And add a bonus die.
No.
Ooh, do you push that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Okay. You're going to take 3 damage to your agility. That breaks you. This is going to be what happens. Let me roll on the table here. This will be a blunt wound from falling.
Oh.
A concussion. Sweet. Let me drop this onto your character sheet. There it is. It's under critical injuries. It will last a day. It gives you a -2 to your scouting. It's not lethal. Within a day, this will go away. Could have been a lot worse. But what is worse is when you hit the bottom, what is down there waiting for you.
Oh, dear.
There. Did you have a torch with you by chance?
No.
You do. Let's see. Under your gear, do you have torches? Nope, you don't have torches. So you're in the dark, and what you feel a bunch of smooth, round stones, and they're kind of large, almost like bowling ball sized stones. But as you start to kind of pick yourself up, and it's aching, part in your back, you realize that these are not smooth stones. These are skulls. Your thumb goes into the eye holes, and as you realize this, you sit up with a start, and then you hear a voice very faintly whispering, "You owe, as though there is some debt that you owe that has not been paid."
Oh, guys. Oh, shit.
Stan is on one side, everyone else is on the other, and Eolvor is down with a concussion in the pit. You're not sure how far you fell. The torchlight does not quite reach you. That 10-meter rope may not be enough. You won't know until you try. Stan, let's go to you. What do you do?
Well, as we saw Yover fall, how long was it from when he fell to when he hit the bottom, when we heard the thud?
Well, give me a wits roll. You need 2 successes to be able to make any sort of accurate determination here. Do you want to push that?
It was, no, it was quite a fall, though, I'm sure of that.
It was not a short fall. It was greater than, say, 20 feet, at least.
Well, perhaps I should try and get across and we can formulate some sort of plan.
Give me a move roll. And you managed to get across. Everyone is on the other side. Eolvor is down in the pit. Pellic, what do you do?
Yeah, I'll just try and move down to where he is.
So, to move down, you would have to probably go down the rope. You could, you're light enough. You could be tied onto the rope and they could lower you down and pull you up, and maybe you could get down there.
Yeah, that might work.
Do you take a torch with you? Do you have a torch? You do not have torches, but you could take... I think we only have one person with a lit torch. Is that correct? Is that Orvin?
No, Orvin doesn't have a torch. He's got a flint and steel, but no torches.
Stan lost his torches. Did someone... Someone, I think, had a torch. Who was that?
Wasn't Wendelin.
Let's say, Orvin, you have a torch, but you're going to be depleted of your torches. This is your last one. You know it's precious. It would be a terrible thing if Pellic were to accidentally drop this in that pit and not be able to get it back. But do we send Pellic down without a source of light?
Yeah, forgive me, but I think Orvin kind of shrugs and says, "I'm not sure there's much we can do. We only have the one light. We're no heroes."
You are correct. We are not heroes. We are raiders and reavers and opportunists, and the Olvor was great, but, well, what do we do? You can't risk the light, because otherwise you're not going anywhere without the light.
We could at very least call down Yovor. Did you survive the fall?
Yes.
You hear a voice. It sounds dazed, but he's not screaming in pain. He's taken a brutal landing, but does not seem to be howling with a broken leg or something like that.
I don't want to call attention to myself because I think there's something down here with me. So I'll say that. I think there's something down here with me.
Yeah, you're hearing voices. You're hearing things talk to you.
Is there some way that we could is there something up here that's we could light on fire and drop down? Like, not necessarily a torch?
There is the rotted timbers of that pulley system. You could try to light some of that on fire. You'll have to try and find some that's not soaked through with that bloody water. But there's a good chance you could do that. A crafting roll would be what it would take to craft something you could light and drop down. You could also, without having to light it, if someone has like a blanket or something like that, they could light it and throw it down. Or tear a strip of it off and throw it down. And I think someone does have a blanket. Is it Wendelin? It might have been Beulah that has a blanket. I know someone. Oh no, you have bandages. Yeah, you have bandages. You could light a bandage and toss it down there.
Oh, I know. I want to save those for wounds.
you could light your sleeping fur on fire and throw it down.
This is just getting worse.
Eolvor, you can. You're laying on your back. You've sat up a little bit, but you're still kind of sitting on the ground. It's this uneven just mound of skulls and bones, and that whisper it's pervasive. It's there. Many voices, almost like a chorus, saying that you have a debt. You owe a debt that must be paid now. You can get to your feet. You're a little lightheaded, but standing up, you can see the torch up there, and you would estimate. Well, give me a wits roll to see if you can estimate accurately how far away you think it is.
It says you are broken and cannot act.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, that's true. So you need healing. Someone needs to get down there and heal Eolvor. Otherwise, Eolvor is in no way able to do much at all. You can see the light, but with your concussion, you're not in any way prepared to estimate how far that is. But if you can see it, and you can hear their voices, maybe it's not out of reach.
Do we have another rope? I can go down and healing.
I think we just have the one. It may be long enough. You won't know until you send it down or send someone down. But broken as Eolvor is probably not going to be able to get to the rope without help.
We could tie a rock on the end of the rope and throw it down, and when we hear it hit him, then we'll know that he's there and he can tie it around himself.
If there's any slack, we'll know.
Brilliant.
If they leave me for a quarter of a day, I think I can heal myself.
You do, yeah. You'll recover in a quarter day. You'll heal 1 point, I think it is.
I think you
heal
down the rope
if it's inner peace. The inner peace ability, even critical injury.
Yeah.
Like you could lose. Well, I don't know if it's fully limbs, but you could like really get maimed and then just take a half a day and quarter of a day even and rest up. That said, you're vulnerable, entirely vulnerable, and you can't move whatsoever or be woken up.
Right.
Gwendolyn will go down the rope.
Do you tie the rope to you or just hang on as you're lowered down?
Oh, I'll tie it around my waist and have them lower me down.
Do you take the torch with you, or does Orvin say no? You've got to go down.
Yeah, I think
Silencing.
Orvin is kind of like, over my dead body, will you get this torch for me? I'm sorry.
Gwendolyn.
It's okay. I'm a druid. I'm used to working in the dark.
Could we try to scrap my small tent, just light it a flame and throw it at the bottom?
Absolutely.
I don't know how that would work, but I think that is... I just realized I've got a tent. That it should burn.
Absolutely. Do you want to do that, or do you want to lower Gwendolyn?
Well, I mean, if Gwendolyn still wants to go, and he needs healed, so she should. Hopefully, just having a big thing burning will give a lot of light off. Yeah, he's got a flint and steel. I think Orvin would set to getting that ready.
I appreciate your sacrifice, warrior.
Well, what is a tent versus a life? This elf, he's a long-lived man, and, well, you saw him speak to the mountains. I believe we owe him.
Do I need to make some type of death-defying roll to get down there?
I'm gonna have you make a roll. It's not death-defying, but it's gonna be an empathy roll. This is kind of for fear, as you are being lowered down into you don't know what, and it sounds like there's something down there with Eolvor. This is kind of a fear roll for you. Give me an empathy roll. Okay, you don't need to push that unless you want to, but
completely unsympathetic.
yeah, you're like, you know what? I'm the healer, but be ready to pull me up, guys. You start to get lowered down, and pretty quick you feel a little tug on the rope. Maybe Stan's got the other end, and he's telling you this is it. And your feet are not on the ground. You can't yet see, but looking up, give me a wits roll, Gwendolyn. You know you're at least maybe 25 feet, down. Not quite the full 10 meters of rope, but because some of it goes up with the knots. Do you want to push that?
What the hell? Oh.
Take some willpower. It's your feet aren't touching the bottom. You're down about 25 feet. Do you call out to Eolvor?
Eolvor. Eolvor.
Yeah, I'm here.
He sounds like he's close. He's maybe 10 feet away. You think the bottom's... If you untie yourself, you'll probably fall not more than maybe 4 feet or 5 feet before you hit the bottom.
I'll do that.
You untie yourself and give me a move roll as you drop down onto that uneven skull floor.
And 2 points of damage.
Oh, do you push it? Otherwise, you will take 1 point. Okay. Well,
oh, gee.
You take 1 point of damage as you hit the ground and just maybe wrench your knee or your
agility.
Ankle. Yeah, agility, please.
Okay. I'll start feeling around for him.
At about this time, if you're lighting the tent on fire, the tent is lit. You can toss it down if you like. Do you throw it down in a bundle, or do you kind of unfurl it so that it's a great flaming light that descends down this shaft?
I'm not really sure what's more efficient. Probably the one that would make it burn the longest. But,
so I think if you have it bundled, it would probably burn longer that way.
Yeah, that's it. Probably will fall easier too.
So as you drop it down, Gwendolyn, you see this light coming down, and it illuminates Eolvor. He's laying on the ground, and he is covered. He's completely red. He's covered in this red liquid. It looks like blood, and at first you think he's got to be dead. Like there's no way. He's got either a massive head wound or something. But you can see all of these skulls are slick with this red water, and he has just been immersed in this. And as the light comes down, you see there's a clear path from you to him, but it's just a big mound of bones, skulls and other bones. They're dark red, this almost dark crimson color, like color of strong wine. You can reach him if you want to heal him. You don't see anything else around here. That light fills the area. It looks like it's clear. You don't hear any voices. Eolvor, you still hear those voices.
There's somebody near. We gotta get out of here.
Okay, sit still.
I'm going to cast a spell. Nice.
Ooh.
Healing Hands at power level 3. That is does that heal strength or agility? That heals 3 points of strength or agility. You probably want agility, I think, is what Eolvor lost.
That's what move is under.
Yeah, so you will recover
Yeah, I
your
got it.
agility. You're no longer broken. And you
Thank
can
you.
get up to your feet. You still have your concussion. That will go away within a day, or you can use Inner Peace when we have a quarter day to make that go away. But you get back up to your feet, and now you see, Eolvor, you are covered in this red, bloody material. Wendelin, the
God.
rope is not far behind you. You'll probably have to just jump to grab the rope. You won't be able to tie it around you, but as long as you can hold on, they could pull you up.
Okay.
Do you send Eolvor first, or do you go up first?
I'll send him up first. He's the one that's been hurt.
Eolvor, give me a strength roll as you hang on to the end of the rope.
Just straight strength.
And add a bonus die to this.
Come on. Oh,
Yep, you got it. Stan, you pull Eolvor up, and as he gets up, you see he's just covered in, looks like blood. Very thin layer of blood, but it's in his hair, all over his skin, clothes, everything is bright red. And he's dripping blood off of his hands and body and clothes as he stands there. And the rope, you see, is now slick with this red blood as you send it back down for Wendelin. And Wendelin, give me a strength roll with a bonus die.
Alrighty.
With your strength of 2.
Can I tie a loop in the end of it and tie it around my wrist for an extra dice?
Yes, I love that. You'll have to tell them to do it up there to tie that loop so that you can, because you're going to have to just leap and put your hands through it and grab that loop.
Yep. Tie it off, guys. I'm coming up. Or I'm
No,
falling down.
I imagine I look like Carrie right now.
Yes, exactly. And they're all going to laugh at you. Oh, Wendelin, you get most of the way up and you feel your arms trembling and shaking. And Stan, you can see this look in her eye like she can't hold on. If you can pass a strength roll to pull her up quickly, you'll be able to reach out and grab her hand as she lets go of the rope before she falls.
Well, it probably doesn't help that the only knot Stan knows is a slip knot.
Go ahead and
God.
give me that roll. You got it. So just as Wendelin's hand slips, you let go of the rope, reach down and grab her by the wrist and pull her up. You are all on the other side of the chasm.
Can't thank you enough.
As you continue on down the tunnel, you can see a light up ahead, and you can smell the smell of burning wood. You get up closer, and you see a campsite. Let me drag some tokens out here for us. And there are 2 people at this campsite. Let me post their pictures. There is there's an older looking gentleman. As well as a woman. You can see there's rusted picks, bloodied mugs, and strange runes carved into helmets near this camp. The gentleman looks to be a miner. He's wearing prospector clothes, and he keeps putting cuts on his arm. 32, 33, as he makes another cut on his arm. And you see all these lines down the length of his arm, these cuts. And he turns as he sees you approach the campsite. Ah, new debtors, come to pay. I must warn you, this is not a safe place. And the woman, she introduced herself as Ava, and she says, Rolf, calm yourself. These are guests. I am Ava of the Rust Vale. Welcome to our camp. Tell me, why have you come here?
Gwendolyn will start approaching Rolf, and she will ask, Rolf, is that you?
Yes, Rolf, that is my name.
Your wife has sent us.
Belka? No.
Yes, she said the debt has been paid.
The debt has been paid. But, and he looks down at his arm, that can't be. Give me a manipulation roll, Gwendolyn. Do you want to push that?
Yeah.
No, nice. If the debt has been paid, I must let you know that the debt keeper, he will need to know this if the debt has been paid. Will you go and tell him?
Yes, we will tell him.
He is
the debt keeper.
He is through there, and he points at a small side passage. And you can see that there are bloody boot prints going in and out from this room to that room. And the bottom of Rolf's feet are covered in that red, bloody liquid. The debt keeper, I came across it when I opened a new vein. I found a beautiful thing. An image. An icon. At first I thought it was a gift from the gods, but no, I think it is perhaps the gods themselves. It is true what they say. The gods are real. And Ava says, Rolf, you know that the debt keeper insists on repayment. That anyone who takes from the mine must give blood or memory. You have given memory, but those who have come in now, what will they give? Blood or memory? I can guide you to the debt keeper if you like.
Who are you?
I am Ava of the Rust Vale. I am a hermit, a priestess of sorts. I came here to study the blood ore. I heard that this was a sacred place. And it surely is.
You look strange to me. Your skin is different.
Well, I have been
Your teeth are
here
different.
in these caves for quite some time. Perhaps it changes a person. Why do you look at me so?
I don't know.
And
I don't know. I hit my head.
everyone else here, you see Eolvor maybe getting fairly close to Ava and almost looking at her eyes and looking at her skin and her teeth, almost studying. Do you have a wary look or a curious look on your face, Eolvor?
Very wary and concerned.
Does anyone say anything or try to stop Eolvor?
What is it you see in her, Eivor?
I'll come over and whisper to you that her features look like almost demonic to me or something. There's something very sinister about her.
Does she have a smell about her?
Not that I noticed. It's hard to tell with that fire.
A scouting
But I don't-
roll. If
I don't
you
know.
want
I hit
to-
my head.
If you want to go and see, does she have a smell about her? You'd have to get close.
Scouting.
Yep. Do you want to push that?
Yeah. Oh. I don't know.
As you look at her, you're convinced this must be. The others, let me have Gwendolyn. Let me have you make a healing roll for me, if you would. You see Eolvor. I mean, he's still covered in this red liquid, but you can see he's sweating quite a bit. And Eolvor, your face, your head feels hot. And Gwendolyn, you might think with seeing this sweat and he'd hit his head, maybe he's got a fever.
Forgive my friend. He hit his head in a terrible fall, and he may be a little delirious from that.
Oh, I can heal him if he'll let me. I can place my hands upon his head
No,
and make all
stay away.
his pain go away.
No.
Oh no, that's okay. I healed him. He just needs rest.
Well, you're welcome to rest here by the fire. And Rolf says, no time for rest. Go and pay your debts.
I have no debt to pay. I am a free woman.
Then go and tell the debt keeper that you owe nothing.
My authority is to the Raven and no one else.
The Raven? You mean Rust?
Yes, the Raven, not Rust.
I beg to differ, and Ava nods her head. This is not the time nor place to discuss theology. This is the time to discuss your debts. And she looks at Eolvor. I smell a debt upon you.
What do you mean?
You must pay for what you've done. You know of what I speak.
I do not. What do you mean? I've done nothing.
You owe a debt to these that you travel with. You profess to be wise, yet you don't know much at all, do you? And she is on your character sheet under your bio. Everyone has a dark secret. She is revealing your dark secret.
Yeah. I don't know what you mean.
Give me an endurance roll, Eolvor. You can push that. Your head is starting to swim and you're starting to feel a little dizzy. It's like you're being interrogated and you don't feel
Yeah.
well. You're hot.
Oh.
You're going to lose 1 point of strength
Yeah.
as the disease begins to take a toll.
Yeah.
The rest of you don't know this, but when he found that body, he contracted a disease. And Wendelin, you can see he is struggling in health right now. And Ava says, look to your friend. If he pays his debt, he can go free. And be free of whatever ails him.
He'll take one step farther away from him. Remind him, you can still spread that even if you aren't experiencing an outbreak.
I didn't mean any harm.
Rolf
But there,
Rolf gets up from his seat at the campfire and he says, 34! And he carves another line in his arm, and then he bolts towards that entrance and disappears inside the tunnel.
Well,
what did that old man find in this place?
He found that his balance came due. He will pay his final debt now, and then he will be free.
well, we can't allow him to do that.
Do you go after him? She points and
Yes.
says the way is open to any who would see the debt keeper.
Yes, we will go get him.
Yeah. I suppose I do have a debt to pay.
As you do, does everyone follow Eolvor?
Yeah, Orvin
Yes.
would go right away.
As you head in, let me take you to the next scene.
Oh,
Let me
Oh.
let me drop some tokens out here for us. This is the boss, by the way. Let's get these out here. And let me tell you what you see. This is the Blood Vault. This is a half shrine, half vault. The air is thick and with a metallic taste, a taste of iron or offal. At its center stands the Blood Idol, a man-sized statue carved from solid red stone. It glistens as if wet, and around it lie dozens of corpses with slit throats. Rolf runs up to the idol and places his hand upon it. Now, where is Rolf? I got Rolf in here. Places his hand upon the idol and come on, grab the token. And says, "Keeper of debts, I come to pay my last. I have brought you these as payment." And he turns and points to all of you. And a form begins to rise up from the blood near the statue, the Keeper of Debts. And Rolf backs away. Let me drag us all into combat as the Keeper of Debts begins to slowly approach.
I'm beginning to think that sweet old lady tricked us.
All right. You guys can go to the two crossed swords on the upper right toolbar, draw a card from the initiative deck. And we will begin. Wendelin, you are going to be first.
I think I will switch with who's our tank?
Probably Stan.
Stan? I'll switch with Stan. If he wanted to.
So
So in combat, you get a fast action and a slow action, and you don't have to use them both at the same time. You can hold your fast action until you need it. It's usually a dodge or a parry, but it also can be move. So you could move up to this thing and make your attack if you want. If you're using the Red Runner's old sword, do I have it on here? Artifact. So against demons, which this is, it will deal an additional point of damage. We'll have to do that manually. Foundry doesn't account for it. But it will do, if you land a blow, it will do an additional point of damage. You don't need to target. You can just go to the combat tab, click on the sword, and then it will ask you, if you have talents and stuff, which you don't, but if you had one, it might ask you if you have modifiers. Otherwise, it's going to factor in your weapon and everything, and you can roll if you choose to attack. What does Stan do? Well, Stan attacks with a whole shitload of dice. 2 hits, 3. It'll do 3 damage. The Debt Keeper will use the fast action, and he will do his best to get out of the way. So he'll make a move roll. Nice. So he does not counteract any of those, and he does have armor. So then I roll for his armor, and he does not counteract any of those. So he takes 3 damage. It'll be 4 damage from your sword because it does an additional one. Nice. And that is Stan's turn. So you moved and attacked. So your actions are done. Orvin, you're up.
All right. Seeing Stan wielding this blade that Orvin, the kind of blade Orvin knows, I think he would. We've kind of got the advantage. He would help press the attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
With his very normal blade. Fancy elven-looking sword.
Ooh.
He hits just a little.
Do you want to push that? Otherwise, he'll take 1 point of damage.
So if I could give any bit of advice about Forbidden Lands ever, it would be don't push melee attacks.
Yep.
Don't push when your gear is on the line.
Because if your gear gets a skull, then your gear can break. So well done. The Keeper of Debt. So in Forbidden Lands, kind of like in Dragonbane, monsters have a random table that they roll on to attack. I'm going to roll on his attack table. Blood from a stone. A great hand clutches the skull of a victim, squeezing until blood sprays from the eyes and ears. This is going to be, let's see, 1 on 1 on Orvin, 2 on Stan. It is Stan. So Stan, you are going to take 3 damage. Do you have armor? You do. So click on your armor. If you go to your combat, above your studded leather, there's 2 dice next to where it says armor. Your armor does not block any of that. You used your fast action to move up there, so you can't parry or dodge. So you're going to take 3 hits to your strength. And then Wendelin.
I will move up within reach of the 2 fighters.
You see Stan just took a huge hit.
It's all right.
Might as well.
It's a simple scratch. I've had much worse.
I can heal you. I
wouldn't say no to healing, but just know that I've had far worse.
Well, you're 2 hit points away from being broken. Nice. You get healed for 2 points of strength, and there are no mishaps.
And that's it for her.
Nice. Well, let's go to Eolvor.
I assume he counts as a monster.
He is a monster, yes.
Yeah, so none of the spells work.
Yep. You also cannot parry a monster's attack unless it specifies, but you can dodge them.
Okay. So I guess I'll just go up and take a swing with my hooked staff.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
3 damage. How do you
Wow.
hit him with your staff to do so much damage? It looks like you had success coming from both your strength, your skill, and your staff.
Yeah, well, I've always kind of assumed the hook end was kind of sharp and pointed. So I was going to kind of hook around his neck and maybe have that kind of stab into his neck or something.
Nice. Black blood spills out as you wound him. It's his turn. Let's give him an attack. Bleed the debtor. The idol drives a finger into his quarry, drawing blood from the wound. All right. 1 is Eolvor, 2 is Orvin, 3 is Stan. Stan, he's going after you again. So you can roll for your armor. Your armor will block one of those hits. It will also, because the damage got through, I think your armor gets reduced by 1, if I'm not mistaken on that. Yeah, if any damage, if every skull you roll reduces the armor rating by 1. So let me adjust that, and then you're going to take 3 points of damage to your strength as his finger punches through your studded leather. And let me reduce that by 1. There we go. Leaving a huge gaping hole in it. Pellic, your turn.
Okay, I am going to target him with my sling and sling a rock at him from a distance.
Nice. Ooh. If you push that, your sling will break, because that was a skull on the black die. Do you want to push that?
I am going to push that.
Ooh.
There's a method to my madness.
Well, your sling definitely broke. As you go to sling, maybe the slick redness that's all over everything. It's on your hands, and it seems to weaken the leather on your sling. And as you go to sling it, you find that it snaps. The sling has never failed you until the time you needed it the most. We go back.
Does this give me willpower?
It does, because it was a skull. Yeah, you do have a willpower.
Okay. There we go. Okay.
We go to round 2. Initiative stays the same unless anyone wants to switch. Stan, it's your turn. Do you want to switch or do you want to go?
Well, it might be good to get healed before he does another attack, but I'm sure that I can take it. I fought rodents tougher than this demon.
The good news is now you can save your fast action to dodge, which can help to reduce the amount of damage that you take, as well as your armor. Because you had to use your slow action to move up, or your fast action to move up, but now that you're there, this round you've got that again. You could dodge. But if you want to use your slow action to attack, by all means, have at it. Ooh, you got 1 hit. You could push it. It will do damage to your strength, which I don't know if you can afford. Otherwise, he'll take 3 damage. He takes an additional 1 from your sword. Do you want to push it or keep what you've got?
No, I think I'll do the battle of attrition here. I can't afford to to break anything.
Okay. Excellent. Orvin, your turn. Oh, actually, hang on. I didn't roll his armor. Sorry. Let me roll his armor
Oh no.
really quickly. No, yeah, you're good. He takes the damage.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but armor is not very effective in this game.
No.
I've had like in the other playthrough, I had like 9 armor die, and I would usually get like 1 or 2 successes at most. It's crazy. I think this may be completely useless, but I think Orvin. Well, what are the rules for disengaging? Like, I've kind of forgotten. I never really did that before.
I think it's a move roll. Let me look it up. I want to make sure we get this right. I think it's a slow action. There's a trick to it. Disengage, it's not on there. Let me look at the fleeing the conflict. Let's see. Okay, so you have an enemy at arm's length. So if you didn't, you could make a move roll and then you would get over. However, you have to do. I think it's a. What is it? Retreat. So if you have an enemy at arm's length, this will put you to near length. You make a move roll. If you fail, you move, but your enemy gets a free attack against you that doesn't count towards their actions, which you cannot parry or dodge. So it's a move roll.
Yeah,
would
I
move
think-
you back to where Wendelin is.
Yeah, I realized I could also do it here. This probably isn't even going to work, but his sword wasn't very effective, so I think Orvin starts trying to find a. Well, I don't know if the ground's very clear. He tries to draw a pentagram on the ground.
There's lots of blood. You could draw it in the ground in the blood.
Right. And that's what I was thinking. I just wasn't sure if it was going to be like too messy to draw one, but yeah, he's trying to form a pentagram.
Okay. Are you doing it with your foot, with your hand?
Yeah, I don't think the sword would be very effective. I think he probably is doing it with his foot, because you don't want to be leaning down in front of your enemy.
So you begin tracing out this pentagram. To what purpose? I assume you've got something clever in mind here.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I
your
say
rank
clever.
2
It almost
thing?
certainly won't work, but indeed.
Yep.
Which, by the way, I wanted to move because fair warning, it's an automatic mishap because he's not a rank 2 wizard
Yep.
or sorcerer or whatever. So I may just give you all the plague, but he could theoretically bind this demon and then just order it to submit.
Uh-huh.
Probably better than just hitting it with a sword. Orvin's not going to do much with that.
It gets a chance to resist with an insight roll, but it gets a negative to the power level. If that's what you want to do. It could be really
what Orvin is
dangerous,
trying to-
but it is kind of cool.
It is very dangerous, yeah. Not all mishaps are good.
Yeah, your reputation might go up.
That is true. That happened in the other session. That's why I thought it was funny. That also happened to Orvin.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think maybe, yeah. I don't know what action that would be to draw the pentagram, but that's what Orvin's doing, and then he will cast that spell.
Give me maybe like a sleight of hand, even though it's your foot.
Yikes. Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, you got
Ooh.
it. You got it.
Wow, he's really not good at that. Lucky. So that was the ingredient. The pentagram is an ingredient to the spell, which I think raises the power level.
I believe so.
This is going to go so bad, by the way. I'm putting a lot of willpower into it. It didn't work last time, so...
Well,
Oh, look at that.
well, it's power level 4. Roll the mishap.
Just one. Oh.
Oh.
Huh.
Ooh. Well, there's
It
lots
is
of
blood
red-
magic. That
Yeah,
kind of makes sense.
There's a lot of red liquid nearby. I'm gonna mark you as thirsty. There we go. Okay, he makes an insight roll.
You're starting to look like a demon too.
It must be done. He's definitely looking at that floor water.
He gets
Whoa.
3 successes. Is it against the... Does he just need to succeed? What does it say on there? Or does he have to get 4? Does he have to match the power level? Oh, it says he can resist it with a successful insight roll. Oh, with
Right,
oh, so he
yeah.
has a negative... I didn't do the negative modifier. Sorry. With a -4. Let me do that again. Oh, he did even better that time.
He is
So-
good. You got to give it to him.
So he resists. As you're drawing that in the blood, you hear him call out, "You must repay your debt as well, Orvan Bittersteel." And you feel almost something deep inside. It has something to do with the sword that Stan carries. And you didn't mention it. You maybe mentioned something to Stan about Red Runners, but
He called them cowards.
yes, you called them cowards. And when this demon says your name, Orvan Bittersteel, he almost says it mockingly. And that's all I'm going to say about that. It's his turn.
A lot of dice.
Oh, it didn't show the name of the thing. Payment in flesh, but it didn't work, so that's good. Your life's debts are called due. The voice pierces your mind, reminding you of all you owe and to whom the debt is owed. The shame and guilt is devastating, but he did not pass. Wendelin.
I'm going to heal Stan again.
Okay. Stan, you can heal 2 points to strength or agility.
Yeah, it's like he never even burned a hole through my chest. I feel better already.
Eolvor.
So do we want to press the attack or back off him?
He looks like he's not faring well. Stan has hit him twice with the sword. He's been hit with Orvan's sword. He's definitely taken some damage. He's still going, but you can see great wounds on him. The wounds from Stan's sword look particularly terrible on him, as though they will not heal.
Okay, I'll do another attack with my staff then.
Nice. He is going to use one of his fast actions to try to first to dodge.
I'm going to try to dig into some of those wounds he's already got.
So he does not dodge. His armor blocks one of those. He'll take 1 point of damage from your staff. His skin is like hardened hematite crystals, and it blocks some of the damage from your staff, but some does get through. You feel the tug as that sharp tip buries deep into his flesh. Keeper of Debts will go again. Oh, payment in flesh. Okay, who is this up against? This will hit. 1 is Eolvor, 2 is Orvan, 3 is Stan, 4 is Wendelin, and 5 is Pellic.
I will point out, by the way, my spell does say they are inclined to retaliate towards you.
It's going to be.
Let me read the description exactly. Yeah,
I think it says
keep in
don't
mind
take
they
kindly.
react. Yeah, they don't react well to attempts to bind them. Be ready for the consequences.
He's going to target
Yeah.
you.
That only feels fair.
You will take 1 point of damage to your wits, and you can't do armor for this. This is a fear-based attack. So 1 point of damage to Wits, please.
Gotcha.
Excellent. And Pellic.
Okay.
You got your willpower. Now what do you do with it?
So I have Path of the Song. Could I use that to sing a song to make the
Inspire?
Keeper of Debts owe me?
Ooh. Let me look that up. Let's take a look here. So if you do rank 2, persuade your audience to pay for your singing. And that is a debt. Oh, I love that. I love it. Yes. So, however many successes, or sorry, willpower points you pump in is how many points of life he will lose as you claim a debt from him. I love that.
Nice. That's awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna pump 3 willpower, all my willpower 3 into that.
Nice.
He staggers under the weight of him now owing something, and you can sense he's on the ropes. He's got 1 hit point left. He is staggering on the ropes. What is your song about? What do you call him out? What debt does he have that must be paid for your performance?
It's going to be a song about the debt of the demon.
Ooh. It's kind of like Devil Went Down to Georgia, but just a little bit different. You play your lute hard, and he staggers. Stan, you see an opening.
Oh,
Wow. With the sword. Okay, he's going to take 6 damage. He needs to try to mitigate some of this. He is going to... he's actually going to try to parry this. He holds up his hand. He sacrifices his arm to try to parry some of this. He knocks one of those down, and then it goes into his armor. And okay, Stan, how do you do it? He holds up his arm. You cleave through the arm and into him. How does the Keeper of Debts die?
Yes, as I cleave through his arm, I then take the sword and I plunge it into that soft wound where the stump of his arm once was, and I dig the sword in till I find his heart and pierce it, and end this debt collector and his fell reign over this cave.
As you pierce it, Rolf falls over backwards, unconscious. And you hear almost an exhale come from this chamber, as though whatever burden, whatever weight of owing has finally been paid. The earth rumbles as if something deeper is stirring. Do you do anything with the idol? Do you check on Rolf? Does anyone here need healing, need to be tended to?
Orvin does immediately drop his sword and scrabble for his water skin and just begin desperately drinking it.
Yeah, give me...
which I think does... go on, sorry.
I was going to say, give me...
Water roll, right?
Give me a water roll.
That makes sense. I have a problem with my mouse clicking twice when I click once, so
We'll take the
sometimes it
first
just
roll.
rolls twice. Yeah, that seems fair. That'll happen again, probably.
No problem.
That's not bad. Yeah, nice. And that cures thirsty.
Yep.
You just have to drink.
Thirsty. So you see Orvin quickly taking out his water bottle and drinking it. What does Wendelin do?
She's going to ask if anybody needs healing. And then she's going to come over here and start looking around. Checking out the bodies. And when she does that, she is going to pick something off of Pellic as well while she's doing that.
Okay. Maybe a sleight of hand roll?
Sure.
And Pellic, give me an insight roll. See if you notice this.
And she just kind of looks at him like with this look like, what?
Yeah, she's
What?
like, she's patting you down, Pellic, and you see that she's actually reaching. You've got a cauldron that you cook with, and she's kind of seeing how well that's secured to your backpack. It almost gives it a little tug, and you turn around and there's Wendelin just doing something with your cauldron.
What are you doing with my cauldron?
It's a nice cauldron. I was gonna use it later.
For what?
What's the problem? Cooking. What's the problem?
Cooking?
Yeah.
There's all these bodies here. You want them to go to waste?
It's unnatural.
As you're looking through the bodies as you approach Pellic, you see that these are travelers. These are people that have come through the woods and have been drawn here by some means. And many of them look to have been dead for days, some maybe weeks, some even longer, just skeletons. But there's gear here. There's old clubs and swords and knives and things like that. Many of these were brave adventurers seeking treasure and renown, and some were likely traders and travelers, herdsmen, moving about the countryside. There's a mix of people and races here. And if you gather up the coins from all of these bodies, you'll actually come up with 112 silver coins. And you guys can split those up if you like. We could make it like 110, make it a little easier. Maybe Wendelin steals 2 for her purposes.
Are there any bows here?
Yes, there is a short bow here.
I would take that.
Let me give you a short bow.
Careless. Let's see.
Is Rolf, did he survive or did he just pass out when the demon was defeated?
Give me a healing roll, and I'm going to give you 1d6 arrows for that bow, Gwendolyn. It looks like he has passed out. He is still breathing, but he is unconscious.
Well, we could take him with us, and when he awakes, we can question him
Shake
about
him a
why
bit,
he.
see if I can wake him up.
Yes.
Good call.
Give him a little smack.
Yeah, wake up.
You pat him a little bit, and then finally give him a good smack in the cheek, and his eyes flutter, and he looks around and says, "Who are you? Where am I? Where's Belka? She made
She's
me
safe.
do it. She made me do it. It wasn't me.
What?
It was her.
Belka.
Yes. My wife.
She made you do it.
She said she had a debt that needed to be paid. She made me stay here until someone came. I was to bring them here. And I did, as I was asked. But you destroyed the debt keeper. That means our debts are paid. Our debts are final. Forgive me. Forgive my wife for what we have done. We had no choice, you see. We could not bear with it any longer. And he looks at all the bodies here, all of these lives, wasted. But surely they had debts that had to be paid, right? Surely they are not blameless?
Looking at these bodies, this is a tough thing to forgive.
Well, I didn't kill them, not directly. And he looks up at you. Give me an insight roll, Eolvor.
I'll push it. we go.
You get the sense he's definitely he's trying to talk his way out of something serious. Like this is a offense punishable by death. He brought lots of people here to be killed. But you did tell Belka you would rescue him. So what do you do?
Yeah.
Do you do the honorable thing and keep your word, or do you do the honorable thing and rid the world of this parasite?
Well, we could take him back to town and let the elders of the town decide his fate.
Yeah, the town should know what happened here. I agree. Let them decide.
Is there anything else anyone wants to try and scavenge from these bodies? I can tell you if it's here.
Orvin will probably be looking around for like glints of metal, swords, armor, something, just anything. If there's any of that.
There's a few daggers. If you want a dagger, I can give you a dagger. There's also, let's see what sword we've got here. There is a broadsword. Armor-wise, it's mostly leather. You do see one, an open helm as well that is metal. Anyone want any of those? Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
I was going to ask, there wouldn't happen to be any like magical artifacts or anything like that we can see.
That there is not, and you probably do a pretty thorough search. These were not great warriors. These were, otherwise they would have bested the debt keeper. These were people looking to help Belka and were lured to their death. Anyone want the open helm?
No.
Anyone want the broadsword?
Am I allowed to wear stuff like the helm as a sorcerer?
Yes. Yeah. There's no rules about metal
Yep.
for this system.
Oh, then maybe I would take it if nobody else wants it.
Want the helm? You did have a concussion after all. You may want to wear a helmet.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you need your disease cured?
He does, actually.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if it could be.
Yeah, she can do that.
Does anyone want the broadsword or a dagger?
I guess I'll take the broadsword.
Sweet.
Small hobbit broadsword. Or halfling.
Nice. No more disease. Oh. Okay. Well, the spell goes backwards.
So, do I have another disease now?
Let's see.
No,
but
I have the disease.
Now Wendelin has the same disease. So the disease, since we're at the end, I can tell you what it was. The disease is... so anyone who touched that corpse is infected, but the disease is weaker. It's a virulence rating of 3. So give me an endurance roll, Wendelin, and you need to get 3 successes.
I should have had you wear protection.
Oh, you got 1.
Oh, well, there's one.
So you will experience strong hallucinations, seeing twisted demons instead of people. And that will last for about a week before it finally wears off.
Gosh. And can I cure myself?
No, I don't think you can cure yourself.
I know with the other healing ones I can't, but this one doesn't say I can't.
If it doesn't say you can't, I will let you. Nature's cure. Yeah, that one's different from the others. Yeah, it says heals a sickness or in yourself or someone else. There you go. Now, was that just for you, or was that for Eolvor?
Oh, I thought I cured him, but gave it to myself.
No, so the spell backfired, so it affected you, and a healing spell wounds instead of healing, so it ended up giving you that same disease. So
okay.
you just cured yourself. If you want to cure Eolvor, you can do another spell there.
Yeah, you got to save yourself before you can save others.
Exactly. Put your mask on first.
Yes.
Nice.
Thank you.
No
There we
more
go.
mishaps. No more diseases. Did anyone want the dagger? There's a couple of daggers if anyone wants them.
I'll take a dagger.
Okay. Let me get a dagger on
I
here.
can't carry anything.
Get a dagger. There we go. Oh, put it on there. Come on. Perfect. Okay. What are you going to do with Rolf? Are you going to put him down? Are you going to take him back to Fairview to be tried?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
take him
my
back.
vote.
Him and
As-
Belka should be brought in for justice.
As you leave the cave, Orvin, give me a torch roll to see if your torch runs out. Actually, I think your torches are out. So I think we said this was going to be a one-time use torch. So yeah, you are out of torches. You make it back to town. Let me take us back to the map.
I was afraid you were going to say back to the bridge.
No. Somehow the return journey is always so much easier than the way
Hands
there.
waving.
We redline it right back to Fairview. In Fairview, you find Belka is there in town, and she's been going around trying to convince people to go and rescue her husband, Rolf. And you catch her at the local tavern talking to a few of the people there, and there's people gearing up to go out and form a rescue party to go get Rolf. You bring Rolf in, and there's a scene at the tavern where the locals look to you and like, well, this is the man here, and she looks very nervous at first, but then she says, oh, thank you for rescuing my husband, we'll be on our way, thank you very much. And she tries to leave the tavern.
You're not going anywhere, lady.
And the
I
local
put my staff up to block her.
Yeah, you block the door. They can't get out, and they look at you, and the local magistrate comes in. What's this here now? And that's where we end the session. We'll leave that up in the air. What happens? Let's do some experience points. So the way the experience points work is there's a questionnaire. Did you participate in the session? Yes. And I can automate this, so it should send this automatically to you. Did you discover a new adventure site? Yes. Did you find a treasure? Yes. Travel through at least one hex, defeat one or more monsters. Let me give this to everyone. Okay. Did anyone... I don't think anyone activated their pride. If you fail a roll, you can roll your pride to try and pass that, and if you fail, you lose your pride. You have to take a new one. No one did that. Did anyone risk their life for another PC? I think for sure that Wendelin did, going down the rope. Did anyone else risk their life for another PC?
Well, I think we all risked our life to save Rolf from the debt collector.
I'm going to rule that no. I'm going to say it was kind of self-preservation. You didn't take a serious risk that... I mean, Wendelin went down in the dark on a rope, not sure what was down there. I'm going to give that one to Wendelin. How about suffered from their dark secret? Who suffered from their dark secret?
Do you have to actually
Gwendolyn.
activate it who suffered from it, or just have it brought up? Because
I think
if it's
it-
just brought up, Orvin definitely did.
Yeah, I think if you role play it as well, and I think Eolvor for sure, and Rolf. Did anyone else role play, or did their dark secret come to pass?
Yeah, I would argue
Gwendolyn.
Orvin did.
Yeah,
Just the Red Runner comment, but
right. Yeah,
Gwendolyn did.
Yes, because you did try to steal from a teammate. How about perform an extraordinary action? Did anyone perform an extraordinary action?
I injured a demon with song.
I agree
Yeah.
100%. That
Yeah.
was amazing. I think also Eolvor doing the voice of the mountain, I think was absolutely fantastic. I thought that was really cool.
I stared down a ghost and only wet myself in the process.
Did not chat.
That's close. I don't know that that's extraordinary.
I also did stab a demon in the heart.
You did. That kind of falls under defeat one or more monsters, which you did get a point for that. Let me think.
That night was stared down too.
Yeah, so claiming the sword, it actually could have went really poor. I am going to say yes. So claiming that sword could have gone really poorly. And you only had 2 dice to like not have it be really bad. Otherwise, you get to fight the Death Knight, and that would have been super bad for Orvin.
Yeah, Orvin, I was actually about to run away. Orvin was about to flee. If it had turned and started talking to him, he would have ran,
Yep.
for sure.
So let's give those experience points there. Okay, perfect. That is the end of the session. The way that you can spend experience points, it's kind of tricky how you the cost. It's not like a set. It costs you 5 points. There's specific ways to spend these. Let me find the page here. Where is it? So you can spend experience points to improve your skills and talents or learning new ones, and there's a trick to learning a new one. So your skills, to increase a skill level by 1 step, and this is a skill you already have 1 level in, will cost a number of XP equal to the skill level you want to attain multiplied by 5. So to go from 1 to 2 would cost you 10, 2 to 3 would cost you 15, and you can only go up 1 step at a time. If you want to learn a new skill, it costs you 5, and you have to have either used the skill and succeeded, or have a teacher, someone that at least has 1 point in that skill. This is something that you can do like at camp or back in town. For a talent, you can increase your rank in a talent by 1 step. This is a number of XP equal to the rank you want multiplied by 3. So to get rank 2 in a talent would cost you 6. Rank 3 in a talent would cost you 9. To learn a new talent at rank 1 costs you 3. And you also have to make a wits roll to see if you actually learned anything. To do magical talents, you need to find a teacher. Without a teacher, then it triples the cost in XP to learn that. If anyone wants to spend XP now, we can do it. Otherwise, you can save these XP for later.
Wait, it triples the cost. So that would be, for level 1, it would be 9?
Yes. So to develop magical talents, you should try to find a willing teacher with a higher rank in the talent than you. Without a teacher, the cost in XP for increasing the rank in a magical talent or learning a new one is tripled. So to learn a new magical talent would be 9, or to go up to rank 2 would be 18.
Well, but you can't go up to rank 2 and it's a spell you don't have.
Right,
A
yeah,
talent.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take
Yeah.
this back here.
Well, I just found out I have this talent. Probably would have been useful.
I was wondering if you were going to use that. I looked at your character
No,
sheet.
I had that one. That one would have come in handy.
So the downside, you can't parry a monster's attack, so it really wouldn't have come into play. But you can dodge a monster's attack.
Can I find somebody to teach me how to pack my pack better? So I can take pack rat?
Does anyone have pack rat? If not, there will be someone in town.
No, I've got Defender and Quartermaster. Sorry.
Yeah, someone in town will do it. They'll demand a little bit of silver. Oh, and did you guys get the silver? We had, I think we said 110, which is what, 20?
Yeah, 22.
22
apiece.
each, and then Wendelin got 2 extra. For 15 silver, so he will teach you how to pack your pack. It's pricey, but it's doable.
Yeah. All right.
So do you want pack rat?
Yeah, I am no longer encumbered.
I'll drag that onto Wendelin. Okay. You've got pack rat at rank 1. Oh, you already had it on there. There we go. Pack rat at rank 1. That will cost you 3.
Oh, just 3?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Let's see. Did you already have pack rat? No.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. So that will cost you 3. You need to make a wits roll as you practice packing this, and make sure you're all healed up before you roll your wits.
Yeah.
Yep, you got it.
Does our willpower, does that get saved till your
Yes.
next adventure,
Yep.
or does that reset?
No, you will keep your willpower until you spend it. Anyone else want to do an upgrade?
I did one. I took Spear Fighter. My question is, can you use all of your experience points, or do you have to? Can you just like? Could I go from rank 1 to rank 2 and learn after I've learned a new thing, or do you have to wait till another session?
So with skills you can only go one step at a time, and with talents, it doesn't say, but I think it's the same. I think you can, like, if you pick up Spear Fighter, you couldn't then immediately pick up
Right.
Spear Fighter 2.
That's
If-
kind of like how it works in most systems.
Yeah, but if you already had it, you could go to rank 2 if you like. And then I don't think anyone has Spear Fighter. If you want to give me a wits roll to see if you can learn.
I don't know. Is learning a new talent something you roll for?
Yeah, so it says learning a new talent takes a quarter
not
day
just
of practice and a successful wits roll. If you fail, you keep your XP and can try again the next quarter day. If you're instructed by a teacher, no roll is needed. So,
Oh, right.
So yeah, there's someone in town would teach you. He will cost you, or he will cost you. He will charge you the same, the 15 silver for that training.
Is there someone in town that could teach me new schools of magic?
Not in Fairview. You will
No.
need to search for a magical teacher. You could. That's the downside to magic is it's very safely guarded, and you're probably one of the best people in town at using magic. You could increase. You could try to increase your rank, but it'll cost you triple. So if you want to take like the Path of Stone and go to rank 2, it would cost you 9 experience points? No, sorry, it would cost you 6. It would cost you 18. So you don't quite have enough without a teacher.
Yeah. I don't even see how I'm able to increase. What do I click to do that?
To increase the
rank.
the rank. So if you click on next to like where you have Path of Stone, it says rank 1, and then there's like a little box with a pencil in it. If you click on
edit?
that, edit it, then you can
Yeah.
change from rank 1 to rank 2.
Oh, just in that thing. Okay.
Yep, just
I
in
see.
that box.
I'm going to go ahead and take Sharpshooter 2,
Nice.
and I will roll for that. Is that agility?
Wits. If you're trying to learn a. Oh no, sorry.
Wits.
You're. Hang on. So you already have Sharpshooter?
No, I do not. It's
Yeah. So it's a wits roll. If you have a teacher, there's no roll. This is one
I can't
you
afford.
just-
I
you
can't
just go out and
afford another
practice.
teacher.
And you pass. You got it. So
Ping,
that will
look
cost you
Look
3.
at me.
Nailed it.
I'm an archer. Now I'm ready to adventure.
Anyone want to increase any skills?
I might hold off. I'm definitely interested in making my own character for this system.
Yeah, and I'll let you carry your experience points
into your own character. So whatever you don't spend, you can pass on.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, I'll let you do that for sure. I figure if you're paying for a session, you might as well get a reward. And so if you don't spend it on this character, you can put it on if we do a campaign. Absolutely. That way you come into it with a little bit of life experience. Awesome. Anyone else want to do any upgrades, or are we good for the evening? Excellent. Well, I want to thank everybody for playing. I had a blast doing this. Wendolyn with the short bow. Look at that. First blow is a success.
Yeah.
I had a blast with this. This is, like I said, this is one that I kind of came up with, and I had a couple intents and purposes for it. I wanted to really focus on the journey. I wanted it to be a longer journey than the journey out to the Dowd farm, to where we get to have a lot of encounters on the road and get to do some hunting and some foraging. And then I wanted kind of a moral dilemma with this one, like, do you kill the old guy? Do you go hunt down Belka? What do you do? As well as having just kind of a cool, creepy environment and a cool monster to fight. So for me, I enjoyed it. I hope that you did as well. I had a blast. I definitely want to get a campaign going, and I will. I don't know when. It'll probably be February, maybe March, but I'll probably do either a weekly or an every other week kind of thing. Whatever's easy for people that are interested. I may put up another poll and see, who's interested. If I get enough people, then we'll figure out a schedule. So anyway, thanks everybody. I had an amazingly fun time. I'm gonna sign off. I'll get the video posted soon, and I will see you around in another game